Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our third lecture of chapter 1. Chapter name is Socio-Religious Reforms. Hope you all have gone through the previous two lectures. If not, please go through those lectures. Students, today we are going to learn about some other reformers who brought new awakening in their communities. So, let us start. The first one is Swami Vivekananda. First, I will read out the paragraphs, then try to explain it, right? The paragraph goes like this. A Bengali graduate named Narendranath Dutt came into contact with Ramakrishna Paramhans. Ramakrishna satisfied his thirst for knowledge. Narendra became a disciple of Ramakrishna and became a saint, acquiring the name Swami Vivekananda. He did intensive study about Indian and Western philosophy. Swami Vivekananda advised people to serve poor and look for God in needy people. He created in Indian youngsters the pride for our past and awareness for a bright future. He was present at International World Conference for Religions in Chicago in United States in the year 1893 AD. With his influential speech, he had provided understanding about philosophy and Indian culture. He propagated Indian culture by touring various countries like United States, Europe, Egypt, China, Japan, etc. He praised of Indian culture and was a staunch nationalist. He gave the greatest slogan of slogans to Indians, and the slogan is "Arise, awake, and stop not, still the goal is achieved." Swami Vivekananda established Ramakrishna Paramhans Math in Belur in the year 1897 AD in the name of his Guru. This mission adopted the ideals of service to men through various works. The mission implemented the slogan "Service to men is service to God" by gaining motivation from the life of Ramakrishna Paramhans. This mission opened various schools nationwide for imparting education, and service was granted to people by opening hospitals. Even now, the branches of this mission are functional in India and abroad. Students, as written in the paragraph, let me try to explain you. The original name of Swami Vivekananda was Narendranath Dutt, but he came in contact with his Guru Ramakrishna Paramhans. He became sannyasi and changed his name to Swami Vivekananda. He did full-fledged study on Indian and Western philosophy. Students, here study of philosophy means the study of fundamental nature of knowledge, reality and existence, especially when considered as an academic discipline. Students, he advised to people to serve the poor who are in need and look for God in needy people. He trained the youngsters to be aware about their future and also to be proud about their past. He toured to different countries and spread the culture of India by explaining the rituals of Indian community. He had given the legendary slogans to the people, and the slogan is "Arise, awake, and stop not, till the goal is achieved." You can see the slogan here. He also established Ramakrishna Mission in Belur 1897 AD. This mission further opened various schools and hospitals to give people education and medicinal facility to people. Today, in today also, its branches are functional in India and abroad also. So this was all. It was explained in Swami Vivekananda's paragraph. Hope you have understood. Now moving to next, that is reforms movement in Muslim society. Let me first read out the paragraph as I had done before. Reform movements in Muslim society. In early 19th century, social and religious awakening was initiated in Muslim society under the leadership of people like Shariatullah from Bengal and Sayyid Ahmad Khan from Rai Bareli in Uttar Pradesh. They were motivated by the preachings of religious leader Shah Waliullah from Delhi. They believed that the Britishers could establish their rule in our country as Islamic religion was becoming influenced. They started Wahhabi movement in order to strengthen the Islamic religion and culture and also to make it more sacred and pure. In spite of the Wahhabi movement, certain Muslims were influenced by Western culture and thus English education became widespread. Due to the orthodox nature of ulema, Muslims remained deprived of English education and social gains. That is why the education of Muslims and rise of middle class was not satisfactory. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan was born in Umrao family. During the revolt of 1857, he was serving to the East India Company as employee and had remained loyal towards the company. After his retirement in 1869 AD, he went to England and was influenced by Western broad-mindedness. He pleaded to his people, that is Muslim community, to adopt English education and change the orthodox attitude and step out of their backwardness. He started a magazine namely Tehzibul Akhlaq in 1870 AD. He established Aligarh Muslim College in 1875 AD, which is known as Aligarh Muslim University right now. He translated the books of literature and science in Urdu language and made Muslims familiar with the Western knowledge. He opposed the veil system. Veil system means the burqa pratha and child marriage and favored English education for girls and widow remarriage. Students, as written in the paragraph, let me explain you that in the beginning of 19th century, under the leadership of two peoples, one is Haji Shariatullah and he was from Bengal, and Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, he was from Uttar Pradesh. Being influenced by the teaching of their religious leader Shah Waliullah, who was from Delhi, started the reform activities in Muslim community. They started Wahhabi movement in order to strengthen the Islamic religion and culture. Due to the movement, that is Wahhabi movement, Muslim people started to acquire the English education, but due to the orthodox nature of ulema, many of them were unable to take advantage to English education, and as a result, their rise was not satisfactory. Students, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan was born to Umrah family and he served as an employee in the British East India Company in the war 1857, which we are going to study in chapter 8 or 9 of this semester. After his retirement, he went to England. That is Sir Syed Ahmad Khan I am talking about. After his retirement, he went to England and acquired English education over there. After his return, when he returned to India, he explained the importance of English education to his community and also explained to give away the orthodox nature to progress in life in near future. And for the same purpose, he started Aligarh Muslim University in 1875 AD, which is now known as Aligarh Muslim University, if you have heard. Not only this, he also started the magazine named Tehzibul Akhlaq in order to spread awareness and translated the books of literature and science in Urdu language so that Muslim community can achieve knowledge if it is in Urdu language. Also, he was against the burqa system. He was against the child marriage, and he favored that girls should take education, and he also favored for widow remarriage. Students, this was all in reform activities in Muslim society. Also, today we have taken two bigger portion. Hope you have understood, and if you have not understood and want to know some of the meanings of the words which I may have missed, then you can ask me in message also. I am always there. We will meet with new lecture, the remaining portion of this chapter in new lecture. Till then, take care of yourself, stay home, stay safe. Bye bye.